See, in Sanskrit, we say, शून्यता में रहने का साहस ही संन्यास है, which means to have the courage to live in the dimension of emptiness. That courage is the sannyas. That is the real monk. A monk who has a courage to be available to emptiness, which means no thought, no borrowed knowledge, no second-hand brainwashing from anybody, and remaining in a state of total freedom from any investment, positive or negative, in borrowed knowledge, however old it is, whether it is 2000 years old like Christianity or 10,000 years old like India, but everything is borrowed, and we are so much accustomed, and that is totally crowding our brain, and the brain is totally covered and crowded by such things, and we are always chattering, and trying to adjust ourselves within this network of borrowed knowledge. It is never empty. But to be available, it requires a great courage to become empty. And we are always have the fear of getting empty. Oh, if there is no thought, what will happen? Shall I become amnesia? Shall I become Alzheimer's disease? No, on the contrary. It's a tremendous fire of awareness where each moment is a joyful existence. This emptiness is that. But it requires tremendous courage to be empty. And we don't have courage. Therefore, we remain in thought. Always we seeking thought. From this Ananda, this Paramhamsa, this Giri, this Saraswati, this book, that book, always collecting thought, because we are afraid to be empty. Is it possible to have a courage to be empty? And that is real sannyas. Sannyas means monk. The real sannyas is shunyata mein rehne ka sahas, which means real sannyas is to be available to total evacuation of all stupid, borrowed second-hand thought from others, and being in a state of emptiness, which is wholeness, holiness. Is it possible to have that courage? That requires tremendous courage. You are so afraid of no thought. But no thought is life. Thought is not life, it is separation from life. And we don't have courage to be available to life. We are so much in mind and its occupations and its preoccupations that we are afraid to be available to life. We don't have courage to be available to life. To be available to empty means to be available to life. We are available to the ideas about life, but not life. All kinds of stupid ideas that we collect from others about the idea, this is the life. Life is this, life is that. These are all our ideas. Life has nothing to do with idea. It is intelligence. Just as fire is naturally hot, life is naturally intelligent. But mind is naturally stupid, just as ice is naturally cold. And we are so accustomed to live with stupidity that it really requires courage to be available to intelligence, Chaitanya, the awareness, wakefulness. So that is a tremendous courage. So that is why this body said it requires courage to be empty, courage to be available to life, not ideas about life. That is why this body was telling that.
У него